Hi guys, I'm Jiaoying Summers. Welcome back to Tiger MILF podcast. Anything crazy happening in the world?
Well, since we got Jonathan Tang here, a great DT impressionist, what did you guys think about the
debate?
You know,
I mean, eating the dogs.
And the cats.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
They're eating your pets.
They're eating your pets. They're eating all the dogs, all the pets. They're going gobble, gobble, yum, yum, yum. I was blown. I thought that the internet would make more fun of that.
Do you think it's because it's so bizarre? People just like, I can't even joke about it. Anything I do is not funny, like how he said it.
Well, that's originally when I think that was a big criticism of comedians that did stuff about Trump, because it's like we couldn't do stuff that was more insane than what he was actually saying. It's like, and to get out there, there's no, like, I mean, eating the dogs. Like, that's just such a funny thing to say in a debate.
Yeah.
Like, because like they were asking him, it's like, that's the thing about Trump. He never answers the question he's being asked, because they were like talking about something else. And he goes, let me just say this. Nobody goes to her rallies, that he is going off. He goes, we have the best rallies. And I wanted to be like, he goes, we have more people show up for our rallies. I'm like, not more than Hitler. But he had, be factually correct, Donald. And, but it's crazy that the assassination, right? We don't even talk about that anymore. It's amazing how fast the news cycle moves that we are not talking about a presidential.
It was 2 months ago, right?
It was, it was in July. It was the beginning. It was the second week of July. Yeah. I was in a theater in New Hampshire doing stand-up.
New Hampshire. I was in New Jersey.
That night that it happened, I was performing in front of a bunch of MAGA people. One of my dear friends, I love him to death. We've been friends a long time. He's a diehard Trump supporter. And we playfully make, because I don't have any political affiliate, one way or the other. And he knows, he's heard me do stand-up. He hired me to fly out there, a beautiful event where I did 2 shows in 2 nights. And it was for mostly really diehard Republicans. And we're doing a step and repeat, like a meet and greet before the show starts. And he runs up to me and he whispers in my ear, he goes, Trump just got shot. And because of our humor, I thought he was kidding. And it literally pulled up, and I thought, and so I'm going to talk about it on stage, and I thought, well, this will be talked about. There'll be plenty of time to make, not like fun of it, but like make humorous observations. And then it just went out of the news cycle. And I thought, how crazy is that?
It's pretty bizarre. Trump is also so resilient. I mean, you love or hate him, but like he's very resilient.
That 100%.
He is a cockroach. You can hit him with a slipper, but he just...
Could you imagine a little cockroach with a little orange wig?
I know. You can't kill him. He come back as 2. Like you kill, you spam.
He's like a gremlin. Don't get him wet.
Yeah, 2.
Don't piss on him.
Yeah, it just... I mean... I just felt like it's a little offending. I was offended because, like immigrants eat dogs and cats, but we know nobody eats cats. Cat meat is very sour.
That's what by the way, I can't say this and I won't say this.
But cat meat is super sour. Nobody eats cats. I don't know if you know that. If I want to take something sour, I just take a look at my career and quit comedy. Like we don't need
I thought he's not going to get the Chinese vote talking like that.
No. We're like, this is not factually right. This is wrong because
even his lies are fake.
Yeah, nobody eat cats. Cat is a spiritual animal. You can't eat cats. If you eat a cat, you get. Who
has ever seen anyone eat a cat?
It doesn't taste good, and then they you up.
So you've eaten cats?
No. We were. I was asking my grandpa. There's a factory. There's a factory that is abandoned. The cats took over, and I said, "Grandpa, how many cats live there?" He was like hundreds. I said, why they are everywhere? We don't see dogs running around everywhere in China. He goes, because nobody eat them. I said, why? He said, oh, they are very spiritual animals and they hold grudge. If you eat them, they'll you over generations. In the
afterlife, yeah.
Afterlife, and your children are going to suffer. Nobody touches cats in China. They are afraid of them.
They're smart because, cats never meow in the wild, but they did it to humans. They domesticated us so that they could get food. That's how they're way smarter than they get credit for. And they're self-sufficient. I mean, dogs are pack animals, right? But it's like with a cat, But also, what a crazy, the thing about that thing is, like you said, you're not expecting it at a debate for him to go, they're eating cats and dogs. That's what they're doing. There's no, because you would never think of that. That's not something that anybody in America was thinking about when they were talking about the problems of our nation. We have so many problems. And do you think that one of them is that they're eating pets? Because they're using Petco as TGI Fridays. Because I agree with you. I think that's what no one was expecting him to say that. That's out of every problem that we have.
I think JD Vance is feeding him stupid stuff like, oh yeah, the Haitian immigrants, they trapped down a goose in the lake and they ate a neighbor's dogs. Those immigrants. Trump it becomes something in his mind. He just say it.
He hears things. Hearsay. Yeah.
He just say it to make his points.
What about the baby? Give birth to a baby and then
9 months.
Oh, yeah.
That's
execution.
He goes, these women are having babies at 9 months and then killing them. And then I apologize for not knowing her name, and she goes, there's no one who's doing that. Like fact checking him in the moment to be like, no one's killing.
The guy that fact checked.
Oh, I thought it was the.
I think it was the guy. He was like, actually, that never happened. Or maybe
it was her, because I remember saying like, you don't expect for a moderator to fact check, but they need to when things are being said that are that grossly exaggerated, that it's like somebody has to say something. And the fact that she did, I thought, and the funny thing is she doesn't even get credit for it, but because we're so used to letting people get away with saying nonsense and then us just being like, I guess that's the truth now.